So we're going to look at how to take out the airport today. We've got Katia and we've got a hatchet. Now the airport is one of the most variable locations I know, where you do it 10 times, you see 10 different, well, it goes down in 10 different ways, and that's the problem with the airport. You got two soldiers, you got one up, one down, and while the movement of each individual soldier is reasonably predictable, they move at different times, or they move independently. So we always sprint to about here. And then we have a look to see where the one at the bottom is. So his movement pattern is backwards and forwards here, and this one is up from here, has a cigarette, back to here, here, here. So that's his pattern. This is his pattern. And the two seem to be completely independent. So you can wait for this guy to do what he does. We wait till he's here and then use these 4 cubby holes. So we can walk here. You don't want to run and aggro this guy yet. And however this goes down, you need to be ready to improvise in this scenario. So this is kind of, we like this. It doesn't always go down this easily. So you aggro in, go into here. This guy doesn't get aggroed, but he will as soon as we kill him. This is quite a common scenario. And he'll run out, and then we just come down here. So he'll come up now. Now the other one will likely come out once we take this guy out. There you go, and we just run. Get in here. That's a common scenario right there. Because this guy can be one of 3 places, and that's one that he's often in. That's a position he's often in. So he just comes down now and we take him out. So that one you'll see quite a lot, but as I said, you replay this 10 times, you get 10 different results. So let's try that again, see what happens next time. So back into our starting position. Let's see where this one is this time. Okay, so this time he's not there, so he's over here somewhere. So let's go have a look. The danger is that he's heading in your direction at the same time, and you can't run because you'll aggro this guy. Now he's there. Now he can either go this way or this way. If he heads towards you, just go out the door. Oh, that's fine, sorry, he stays up there. But it just means that if he heads towards us, we can sprint now because we won't aggro this guy. Now he has a cigarette there, and then he'll come back inside. It's just a question, we have to wait, or I tend to wait till he's finished and then just deal with this guy first. But this is his movement pattern from the chair into here. He'll stop here a lot, and he can either go this way, as he just did, or he can come towards you, in which case get out. So he'll stand there quite a while now, certainly long enough for this guy to come back here. So we're back to the first scenario again, where we just aggro him. And it's just a question of whether he is here or here as to whether he aggros. So he's going in. So we can do our thing. Oh no, that was a mistake. I don't know if that'll make a difference. So he's here again, so it's the same scenario, which is unusual, getting so run. You can replay this 10 times and not get this scenario. So it's strange to see it 2 times in a row. Let's try it again. So coming in at our start position, let's see where he is. So he's here again. So he's doing his cigarette routine up there. So we like this timing because by the time he gets into here, this guy should be back there. So this is all relatively predictable in what he does and what he says, and it ends up with him going in this direction. and we want him here again. So we can stroll up here. He doesn't turn around. It's just a question of where he stops this time. So he stops there. Sometimes he comes back, and that's what you got to watch. Most of the time he goes here. And given the timing of when this guy came out, he should be in here when we want him to be. He's got his back to us, so you could actually stroll in here and into here, but there's no real need. Risk again is that this guy turns around and comes towards you, which can happen. Although maybe he's got more, maybe that's just part of his animation from here to here to here, back to here, and then back to here. So he's gone over here, he'll stay there for a while, so he should now come back here. So he says bloody vermin. He lights up a cigarette. Ties his shoelace. But he's not moving. My legs went numb. Okay, so now he's moved. So we can start going. And up to there. So he's aggroed. Now he's over there this time. So he's not here, so he's not going to come out. So this is actually an easier scenario now. Well, easier in that you don't have to do the run bit. So now you want to get this guy out, so you have to aggro him, run underneath. You do have time to get up here, but same, because he comes down. Okay, let's try that again. Back into our starting position. Let's see where he is. So he's up here. We don't know where this guy is, so let's have a look. Careful that he's not walking towards us. Oh, he is. There you go. Now he will see us. We just keep walking. Close the door. Oh, no. Not that way. Alright, just run. So just get out of his sight and he resets. And then you can go back. That was really sloppy then. It's actually more straightforward than that normally. So they're both in this position again. So hopefully he doesn't come back again. Does his press-ups. So we want him here and then him in here again. Okay, that's good. We just need him to move to there. The reason I walked there is I didn't want to aggro this guy and get him coming down, because then it takes longer for them to reset. I need to get some air. That means he's heading in this direction. Right. So he moved quite early then, it felt. Yeah, we haven't seen this before. So he's back to here where he normally is. Or not normally, but often is. Comes up. This guy's going to run out now. Yep, go. So my gut feeling is it's unusual that we've seen this 3 times in a row. Or not 3 times in a row, but 3 times out of 4 so far. Let's see if we can see something different next time. Back into our start position. Let's have a look. So he's up here. We don't know where this guy is. Let's take a look. Ready to walk out so we don't aggravate this guy if he's not where we want him to be. Oh, look at that. This is the fastest scenario right there. Except for he might want to come out now at exactly the wrong time. So this is going to be interesting if he comes out. No, he's here again. Because if he comes out too soon, then you've got both of them aggravated. And that's too much to handle. So he comes out, run. That's 4 out of 5 this way, which it's not always this easy. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to look for another scenario where it gets more complicated based on his timing. For example, if we were here and he came out before this guy got up, then that's where it gets interesting. And if you're in that situation, you can just bail. If you run, they won't shoot you. And you've got enough. So you can come here with your pockets full just in case that happens. Then if you do bail and run, then at least you get home with full pockets. So let's just try that one more time. At our start position again, let's see where they are. So he's up there again. We don't know where this guy is. Let's take a look. Get ready for him walking towards us. No, he's not. Yes, he is. Okay, we can walk out. We've got time to get out here. Although he did stop. Close the door. Oh, he saw us. So just get out of range. He normally stops there. It seems like if we stay around here, he opens the door. If we get out of the way, he doesn't. And then we're just back to the beginning scenario again where we just sprint up to here and start it all over again. So he's not opening the door. And he's back into his routine. Although he might be here. So stop there. See where he is. Yeah, he's here. No, he's not. He's here again. So this is like the start routine again. So he's moved back into his animation. This guy's doing what he does. But hopefully you can see the timing. Or see the actions. It's cigarette here, back to 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 here. Or sometimes from here to here to here. This guy starts on his chair, does some stuff. And then it's all a question of timing. And just be ready to improvise. Like we just did, and just get out of there. So he's gone where we want him to go. Now this may not work if he stays here too long. Because if this guy turns around as we're sprinting up here, we'll be fine because he won't see us get in here. But that's part of the improvisation that sometimes you have to do. So this looks like it's working again. Because when he's lit up a cigarette, he's not moving for a while. So we didn't do that before, but that's fine because we just bring him up again. This guy is on the far side. Are you coming? Stopped again. Shoelace this time. So this is the sort of variation that can kick in, which where you would end up having to improvise, because he's not supposed to be doing this. He normally crosses your path, but if he stands there, and goes down again, you're forced into a repeat. Now what's this guy doing? So if he comes out, yeah, so now he's kind of stuck into this routine, and this is the sort of situation you can get into. Now one thing we can do is just run. Get in there. As long as you run past him, the trouble is now he's aggroed. So now we got all sorts of problems. So they don't know where we are, which is fine. He strolls by. We need to know what... So he's going to come down, but he'll go up again eventually. But this is the sort of mess you can end up in. So I'm going to close that door. And come back here, because he was facing the other way. Should have gone here, really. So he's nowhere to be seen. Which allows us to do that. Now we could open the door here and aggro this guy. So he sees the body. Well, where is he? 4:10, we're running out of time as well. Yep, that's the sort of thing that can happen. So we're going to scavenge. And we only get one of them. So we get a gun and there's bullets at least. And then you just have to run to the exit. So that's the sort of thing that can happen, that, where your plans don't quite work out. So anyway, I hope that's been helpful today. And so good luck in your attempts, and I hope you get to see one of those easier scenarios. And thanks, and I'll see you next time in the next scenario.